Hello there. Firstly, well, how are you? I hope you're doing amazing. I'm doing amazing. I'm just a little sleepy. It's only 8:11 p.m. I don't know, folks. I hung out with my friend today and I made some chocolate chip muffins to bring to her house, and we made bracelets. But let me show you my nails. These are my Jinx nails that I did. They're so cute. And I feel so ready for my rave, my Miku rave on Friday with my friend Brianna. And I did her nails. I want to show you the bracelets I made, so give me a second. Oh, you can see me. Okay. Alright, so let me reset up my chair. Okay, so I only made 4 bracelets, but I made this one, right? Okay. Cute, has a little star, and just it's a cute little color coordination. Okay, it's kind of giving Steven Universe. I know nothing of Steven Universe, but okay. And I made this one. I think this one is a little ugly, if I'm being honest. The color combos are just like, girl, what's going on here? But I was honestly in flow state when I was making this, so then I made this one that my friend thought said party girl, but it says pretty girl, and I was like, dang, party girl would have been better. But you know, this one is so cute though. Look, and we're trading these, but I don't want to trade them. I like them. I think they're cute. And then I made this one that says kiss. It's Valentine's Day themed. Okay, these bracelets. And then she showed me the peace, love, unity. Wait, oh my gosh, why my bracelets are unionizing? Okay, ready? Peace, do it with me now. Peace, love, and then we're gonna hold hands. And then I'll go ahead and give you all my bracelets. There, those are for you. Anyway, I'm having sushi right now because I haven't eaten anything all day but a chocolate chip muffin. And then I came home and took like a 5-minute nap. So let me show you what I got. So firstly, I have, actually, if I'm being really honest with you, I have no idea what this is. I forgot what it was when I ordered it, but it's like a crunchy sushi. And then I have, Jesus, green beans. This is my dinner. Oh, and my family went to a restaurant and they brought me back a fortune cookie. I found it on my bed. And my fortune cookies always have the best fortune. That is exactly what I need to be seeing. I don't know. It's just crazy. But this one I'm going to be eating. And so when I went to a restaurant with my family a while ago, we got 2 of these sake bottles. Well, for my dad. But one is blue and one is pink. Before I show you the pink one, I was like, I want to have a purpose for this. Like, you know how right here I put flowers in this bottle? I'm like, okay, well, what can I put in here? And this opening is not very wide. And they have not been washed, so it smells like alcohol. And I was like, what am I going to craft up with this? And people were like, oh, you can cut the bottle in half. And I'm like, how the freak are you cutting the bottle in half? But apparently you have to put like lighter fluid on a string and then light it on fire and then crack it and sand it. And I'm like, girl, what is going to take me 5 minutes? What? Okay. Anyway, my sister gave me a whole bunch of candles today. This candle's from my oldest sister's baby shower. It smells like baby powder. It smells real good. And then she gave me these bad boys. These like Hanukkah menorah candles. Hanukkah, light the menorah. I know nothing about Hanukkah. I'm so sorry. They did not teach it enough in schools. And so I was like, hey, why don't I put a candle in here? But is this looking a little funky? I feel like if the candle were to melt on here, it would be a little cuter. But I saw it and I was like, oh no, I have to go. Like, my friend's waiting. I need to leave. Anyway, I had great conversations with my friend today. I feel like we're so actually spiritually aligned. I don't know, like we have been through the same or similar things and feel similar ways. And I'm just like, dang, I should really like hang out with my friends more. I should really like stop being so, what's the word? Such a homebody. I don't know, but I love being a homebody. Anyway, don't judge the way I use chopsticks. I use them how it works for me. And I don't know what this orange sauce is. But it's delish. Something that really stuck out to me today when we were talking was when we were talking about how sometimes the people you're around are so caught up in their own problems, or I guess like the denial of the solution to their problems, that I think you start becoming affected by it too. Like for family, like if someone's going through something, you ultimately end up being affected, right? And so what we were talking about was how we would like try and make things or like wish for things to change for the family. And I had gotten to a point where I was like, you know what? Actually, I'm just gonna like try and change things for myself. Like instead of focusing on everybody as a collective, I gotta focus on myself, you know? And it's kind of like, obviously you're gonna focus on yourself, but it's kind of hard to want to just simply and solely focus on yourself, especially because, you know, coming to terms with yourself and really being brutally honest with yourself is not always the easiest, but it's easier to be more, or to try and be controlling and, you know, help others because you can see exactly the way out of whatever problems you think that they have. So yeah. And then we were talking a lot about our futures and how, like, you know, how we want big things for our futures. And I really liked that conversation. I like hanging out with people and talking about positive things. Like, I like talking about inner work things, of course. But I also, Charlie, you don't eat sushi, boy. Sit down. You do not like sushi. Ow, you trying to snap my bracelet? And I like talking about the future. Because there's this one song by Snow the Product. She's a lesbian Mexican rapper, and she's awesome, sauce amazing, and she's so short. And one of her lyrics is, you don't gotta tell me about your past, tell me about your future. And when I heard that, I was actually sat there like this, like, wow. She really actually that just actually hit me in my soul. Because it's so true. People continue living life based on their past. I'm actually not even eating because I'm talking so much, but people, how is it already 8 minutes? What the actual, okay. People continue moving forward with their life and making decisions and doing things based on the past and based on memories of the past, based on their experiences in the past, and based on decisions in the past and whatever, right? Which I'm not saying forget your past, but sometimes when you keep your past in mind too much, you kind of don't make room for yourself to grow and change. Especially if you're wanting to be a different person or to have a different kind of life, you've got to let go of things from your past. Like you've got to let go of beliefs from your past. You've got to let go of expectations from that have stemmed from your past. You got to let go of trying to analyze and predict the outcome like you did in the past. And you got to let go of trying to always be in control of everything and trying to always be right. I've learned that me trying to always be right and like being so stubborn has gotten me through a lot of things and has been helpful to me. But then at the same time, I'm like, being stubborn now, like being stubborn has gotten me to where I need to go. But now being stubborn is kind of like, I don't want to say holding me back, but maybe holding me back, you know? Like trying to be right about everything and not even trying, like, I know I am right about everything, but C, stubborn. It's like trying to predict the outcome of everything and like, oh, well, it has to be like this so it can turn out like this, instead of just being like, you know what, it is what it is, it'll turn out how it has to turn out, and it'll be exactly how it needs to turn out. Okay? And I also saw a video today that was like, there's a plane that comes in your 20s that takes you to live in an entirely different country, and you must get on that plane. And I was like, I'm not 20, but I'm gonna be 20 next year. And something in my little heart and soul tells me that as soon as I hit that 2 and that 0, I'm also gonna be hitting the passport and fucking ticket and going where the fuck I need to go, you know? So I'm really excited for next year. I feel like I've been focusing on such little things that I'm like, now I feel like I'm really relaxed right now and calm, that thinking about the things that were stressing me out is kind of like, yeah, it's really not that serious. It's really not that serious. And everything will be okay. This little moment in time is not going to be important in like 2 weeks. It will all be okay. Right? Anyway, I've been getting an itch and an urge to really go out and meet people, and not even just meet people, but to go out and live and explore, and to start waking up earlier, because if I'm being completely honest with myself and everybody, I've been waking up a little late. Okay, I've been waking up at like 11. And I mean, I like getting my 10 hours of sleep, but also, come on now. Like, I don't think sleep is ever a waste, but I think sometimes it gets to a point where like, I think I'm very overly replenished. I don't know. But yeah, I've been really wanting to find like open mics, but open mics for musicians. Like, my current dream and goal right now is to be a freaking, what's the word? A regular a regular at like an open mic where people go and perform, like just to be in the audience, because I love hearing people who are talented. I love seeing people display their talents, even if they're like barely discovering this talent. Like if you can play one song on the piano, I'm like, oh, that's so cool, because honestly it is. It really is, because I don't know. I just like when people are creative. I really love it. And I've been craving to be around creativity. And I'm just like, I really want to find a place that has open mics and things like that I can go to. And I feel like I'll definitely meet a lot of people there. And it'll be fun. And I'll learn a lot of things. Like, I want someone to teach me guitar. I want to learn how to play the drums, or I at least want to try. I feel like I'd be instantly good at it. You know, like start playing on your guitar, and I bet you I can catch the beat with the drums without even knowing how to play this ish. That's how serious I am about my skill set. Anyway, yeah, I've just been feeling like I need to talk to more strangers. Like I need to start being more, not that I need to start, but just keep practicing my socialization skills, because I feel like it's always good to be out there. You never know. Like, I feel like truly I'm the type of person who I'll have a random conversation with somebody, and next thing I know, I have like 4 opportunities in my face, and they're like, oh yeah. Like, that happens to me actually quite a bit. But it's like sometimes I don't jump on those opportunities, because sometimes those opportunities are like one time I was in an Uber, and me and my sister, when we were in college, we always had to take Ubers back home because the drive was like an hour and we both didn't have a car. And so we would either take the bus or Uber. And girl, I'm so sorry, but the first time I got on the bus, someone started doing crack in front of me, and I was so overly freaked out that I had to go. Right? I didn't go anywhere. I sat in my seat and just like put my headphones on and stared out the window for the whole 3-hour ride. But when I was in an Uber, me and my sister took turns, right? Because Ubers somehow always want to talk with us. And I don't know, but me and my sister would take turns like being the one to speak to the Ubers, like having the conversation going for the whole ride. Because like an hour, sometimes with traffic it's like 2. On a good day it's 45 minutes. But usually I ended up being the one talking to the Ubers because I don't mind a little conversation. I usually don't want to talk, but then when I get in the Uber and we start chatting, I'm like, you know what? What's a little convo with the stranger I'm never going to see again? It's fine. And so one time we were in the Uber, and a lot of the times the Uber drivers start like driving crazy because they're so focused on the conversation when I'm talking to them. But I don't know. But this Uber one time told me, like, he asked if I was Samoan, and I was like, yes, I am. And he was like, oh, well, I know Drew Afualo's dad. Like, maybe you guys could like work together or something. I'm like, oh, really? Listen, I love me some Drew Afualo. Okay, I love Drew Afualo. When she first started making her videos, I was like liking all her videos. I was like, oh my gosh, this girl is so funny, and she's Samoan. Stop! I love the representation. I actually really love it, and I love how her man treats her. This is what me and my sisters do instead of this because this is funnier. But yeah. That's, oh, I'm so sorry. I can't talk and eat my food at the same time, but I'm actually getting a little hungry. But I opened up my fortune cookie so I can read what it says. It's low-key peeking out, but I'll just crack it for fun. It says, oh, learn Chinese specialty dishes. Te se kai. Te se kai. My lucky numbers 38, 27, 6, 56, 55, 17, 2, 12. I'm gonna go put that in the lottery. Ah, guess what it says? It says, your greatest journey is the journey of self-discovery. Exactly. What better way to start the journey of self-discovery other than going to places by myself and talking to strangers by myself with nobody to rely on to help me but me? Self-discovery, discovering myself, accepting the things about myself that I'm like, damn, what the hell? I didn't know I did that. Okay, well, that's what I wanted to share today. I hope you guys are doing amazing and splendidly. If you have any ideas for these freaking bottles, man, let me know, because what the freak? I honestly think this could be cute. I don't know where I'd put it though. Oh golly, I don't know. I'll figure it out. But I hope you love my nails. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned a little something. I hope you're eating sushi or dinner. Okay, I love you. Goodbye.